Hello, everybody. Welcome to December Daily, day 28. Crazy. I say that every day now, though, don't I? But it is crazy. It's hard to believe that, this is where we are, that we're so far into the season and, just a few more days and I'll be done with my December Daily. So this is the page from yesterday. I need to get you guys up here. So this is a page from yesterday that I did where I was just doing a page about some things that I was finding cozy and comforting this holiday season. Both of these are new things, so kind of wanted to get that documented. And then I have this picture for the day today, which is a picture of a swag that one of my clients, who is also a good friend of mine, makes. She also brings me flowers every time she comes in during the spring, summer, and fall. And I've told her so many times that she's Mr. Calling, because she should have been a floral designer. But like, she dries her own oranges and gathers different things from her garden and land, and it's incredible. So what I decided to do on this day was to cut the page protector with the 4 3x4s and then use that today. And I was playing around last night as I was working with you. I do have this paper that is a great match for this. Obviously because of the the color and kind of the feel. And then I also have this, and I thought that I was maybe going to do something like this and make this photo a little bit smaller. Well, two things happened. As I was looking at that after I shut the video off, I decided I didn't love this paper with this layout, that it was a little bit too much. So I'm going to pull back on this and not use it, although boy, I love that paper and would love to get that in at some point. We'll see. So I'm now left with this one. Then the other thing I figured out is that I do have this journaling card, and that I could just pop in here and do that, and I'd basically be done. But again, I have the issue that I don't love this with this, so I'm going to not use this. I also popped a piece of wood veneer on my, what is it, just kind of in the pocket so that I could remember to use it. So I'm going to take this out because I want to show you the back side of this and keep this. And we'll take the book, put the book back here. So here's that. And then on the back side of this, I have that holiday playlist card. So this is going to be like just a little summary of not even just the music, but specific songs that I was listening to. I discovered a song called Peace, Joy, Love by Haley Michaels, Jim Brickman, and a Ukrainian choir. That was actually released last year, but it's so beautiful, and I've played it for a couple of different people when they've been around, and everyone I've heard has loved it. And it's a sort of a simple song in some ways, but it's beautiful. So it's called Peace, Joy, Love, if you're interested in finding out what that is. And then just a couple of the other ones, mostly, I also have Someday at Christmas by Lizzo, which I think she did last year on Saturday Night Live and was released only on Amazon Music, but now you can get it on iTunes. And then the rest of these are older things, some of them that I hadn't listened to as much, so that's kind of new to me, and others I listen to every year. So just kind of documenting this particular topic, I guess. And the card, this is from this year's Ellie Studio Document December kit. So I think one of the first things that I need to do is kind of figure this out, what I'm going to do here, and then make it work back in here. Now there is a navy bow on this, so I think that's nice because that will give me a little bit of not leave, you know, it will help me because that kind of would work back to this. So but the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm not sure exactly which card I'm going to use and all of that, but I'm thinking that this one might go below. So as always, well, not always, as a lot of times, I'm going to just trim using the card to make my life really simple. This is just so much easier doing it this way. Not that I can't and don't use my trimmer for this, but that makes it a little bit more foolproof. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this one back in here just so I don't lose it, and then work on this. And I think with the way I am looking at this, I really do like this on top. This feels like the one with a little bit less weight. Now, I did go through my LA Studio pieces there, and I found this Time to Decorate. Kind of like that little wood, but that might not be the answer. And then I do have some, or at least one, of those like fir branches. I think I've used up most of them, but I found this one. The other thing that I could echo, so this is a pink bow. I know there's blue bows in this collection. For instance, there's one right here. This is a lot of little pieces. I'm not sure that all of this will work together. As a matter of fact, if I'm using this Time to Decorate, I'm not sure that I like that. Hey, Tammy, that I like that together at all. I'm gonna pop that to the side there and just look and see. Now I could do something like a wreath. This is not a wreath, but it certainly is festive. I also have a little Mary here, but that's pretty dark to go on the bottom, but maybe that could go on the top here. Ooh, I don't want that sticking to that. And that kind of hides what's going up on top there. And when I let it stick, that might have been a mistake. Now that doesn't mean that I can't reprint this photo if I've done something and reprint it pretty fast. Okay, I wanted to pull this down just a little bit more. Down and over. Ooh. You know what? I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. I actually like that. I know that's a little bit confusing there. I do have the option of printing this a little bit smaller, and then I could put that Mary on there. Maybe I'm gonna quick print the photo that way. This is one thing I like about the Print to Size app. I'm just gonna call up the piece. Yeah. And then, oops, it's a little hard because I'm having to try to see my screen. And then I'll show you what I'm doing. So this is you, or actually that's me. And I can't see if you're commenting right now until I finish this. So I want this 3x4. It tells you the measurement, but I know that this is a 4x6 canvas that's right here. I'm just gonna drag this up. And I don't want to get that too big or it won't be 4x6. So let me think about this. Just gonna drag that up to the top. Sometimes I have to drag it back down a little bit. You can just do that with your finger. I'm using my iPad here, but you can do whatever. And I'm thinking I might put the Mary there. And then this is really cool. Now, if you have a second one, you can put them both on the canvas, and then you just both drag it and fill it in. I'm going to waste half a thing of my 4x6 paper there by there. Tells it it's contacting my printer. I know my printer is on, and now it's printing. And then I will bring that over. Okay, now I'm going to bring you back up. But that's as easy as the Print-A-Size app is. I think I did that one other time, but I think that's a little helpful. I went back and forth about which photo to print, and now I'm kind of going back to the original. I might be able to get a Brad or two on here, we'll see. But I'm kind of thinking this. That would maybe. So then, here's how it comes off the printer. So, you know, if I had a second one, it would be right there. And I'm just going to use my trimmer and quickly chop that. And no, this photo is not perfect because of how that number sits, but I'm not going to worry about that. I wonder, in all seriousness, how that would look if I just kind of put that on top here and let it sit above a little bit. Let me pop this in and see what I think. Hey, Harmony, because it would sit up just a little. And this pocket is the pocket on the left side of that 3x4, and that usually gets a little tight. So I'm going to chop it just a little bit here. So let me see. There's the Mary. What did I do with the Mary then? Like if I just let this sit above just a little. So I kind of like that. It's a little different. And it also serves the purpose of hiding that ugly spot in the photo. You see that little bit there? So that's what I'm going to do. Something a little bit different. Necessitated by a difficult photo taking spot. Yeah. It's a little up. Hey, Julie, good to see you. So I don't know if we're going to need much more than that on this part of the page because that's a lot. Let's get rid of the other one. And now we have this time to decorate. I wonder if I have, just gonna grab, oh, you know what I'm not thinking about? I need somewhere to journal, which means I need to get that on this part of the paper, right? So there's lots of presents and pinks and ornaments. There's another little tree. This isn't the tree though, so I'm not sure I want to do that. Let's see, let's find, I don't know about green. If I had navy labels, that would look kind of nice. And I don't in here, but I do have navy labels in my just Ellie Studio labels that I pulled. So let me put those back there for now. And then I'll grab my Ellie Studio labels and see. And then I think that would be a nice way to kind of give a nod to all this blue over here and then the blue there. So let me see what I have that might work size-wise. I like this one because it gives me some space. And then one of the things that I'm thinking is, you know, I could do something like that. I do have to get a number on here as well yet. And then like pop a piece like that. I don't think I need to do the blue bow anymore because I have blue represented there. I also could go back to do something as simple as like just a heart. Now I'm kind of playing with this again just to see if I like something a little bit longer, and I don't love that. And then here's a square, just like, does that look like something I might want to do? I know I don't have any like berries or pine cones, that kind of thing. Okay, so I think the best bet for this one is going back to that original piece that I had. I think I'm going to keep it down here and kind of play around with having about the same space from both sides here. And then this down here. I'm just not sure I love the red and pink being added into this, and I really don't. So, as much as I think this is kind of a nice, nod to what that is, I'm going to take that off and then bring that back. Looking to see, like I have a red bow, got some holly. It's a lot of red here. I do have a green bow that I could use, and it's the same color, but it would be, first of all, this one is smaller. That's taking up more space though. Although that I think is okay. Then I need to think about numbers, right? So for green, for day 28, we would have that. But I think that green there is not necessarily, it's a little bit too dark. But I could go with my banner. I also have just my plain. Yeah, I have a 28 in the plain. But what I think I'm going to do is look at this banner and do this. And now I'm seeing another reason why it might be nice to put something a little bit weightier, that bow there. And I didn't put that label down too hard just in case I want to change my mind. This is being sassy and won't come out. Okay, so let's put this here. I'm going to put that, justify that as far to that side as I can get it. And then maybe bring this over a little bit more, and I did this off camera, over to that side there. I am seeing that some more blue would probably be a little bit helpful, but I'm just going to double check to make sure we don't have a navy bow. I don't, but I do have little navy hearts in the chipboard, and I didn't even get this banner on straight. You had one job, and you couldn't get that on straight. Maybe like that. Let me glue this down because I think it's shifting a lot. But I could do this with hearts. Again, I could do with lots of different things. I just want to make sure that this is going to be readable here, that you'll be able to sort of understand that it's time to decorate. Now, this is kind of a late in the season, but she's done this for me for the last 3 or 4 years. And honestly, I saw her 2 weeks ago and she forgot it. And she was just crushed. And I said, it's okay. It's okay. So she put it outside and it's actually really well preserved because I will keep this up until it doesn't look good anymore. Okay. So I like the way that looks. I'm thinking I definitely need some blue. Now I do have, where are those brads? Here, oh, they're right here. Oh, I don't have any blue other than this light blue, so I don't think I like that, and the rest of them are a little bit. There were some dark blue ones in here that I think would have been good, but I have enamel dots, and I have plenty of enamel dots to choose from. This might be a place if you wanted to dress it up a little bit that you could add pearls in. And this blue is, I think, a pretty good match for that blue. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is not use the biggest ones. Put one, that's a pretty good blue. I'm going to look and see if I actually have a navy. And I don't think, oh, I do. This might work. I think I like the navy just a little bit better. This one is a little bit bright. This is the newer lapis lazuli. I can never say those words. So what I was kind of thinking was one up here and then two down here. Now I do have some hearts, so I could do that because these come with hearts and stars. I think I'm going to leave this as it is. These are getting very sassy. Oh, maybe just even like this. There we go. Okay. That looks good. A little bit simple. I like the Mary on the card. I'm not going to glue these together because I'm going to have to write lazuli. Thank you. Thanks, Harmony. I think you're right about that too. That is just a word I cannot say. Okay, so let's flip this. And you're going to see the top of that. I'm okay with that. So we have this card down here right now. Whether that stays there or not, we shall see. And nothing above. So what I'm thinking now is, again, another piece of pattern paper. And then I just grabbed these Jingle Bells, December, and Fa La 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 La, and thought I would somehow use those on this card, or on this piece. And then I'm going to take my paper from this season and see what I can come up with. Ooh, this is nice. I like those two together actually quite a bit. This one is much busier. This is from this year. This is from last year. Ooh, and I also have, ooh, it's like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Okay, I also have this. So I'm loving this. I like how it brings in the blue. My page for tomorrow is, who knows, I didn't have it pronounced right, I don't think. My page for tomorrow is all of those new ornaments. I'm going to just open this. This is where it helps to know what you're doing the next day. So this will be the ornament page for tomorrow. And will this, like if I'm sitting like this, I have that. Well, here, it really sits like this. Since this one is done, I'm going to put this in because this will give us a peek into we're seeing what this will sort of look like. So I can do it like this. And I'll tell you right away, I don't love it with this stripe. So maybe the idea is to go back and do this stripe again. Or I could mix some color in, which I don't love. The other thing I have, so I like this. I have that other pink. There's like a pink star paper in here. And I don't really have to do any journaling because I already have that done. So I have a red star that we could go to a red. I'd probably flip these, which I like that. And then I have that light pink star that I almost used yesterday, I think. I'm doing this the hard way. And I'm liking the thought of another. Okay, so there's that. And then there's this. Kind of. And you know what? I'm really liking the red. Just like the boldness of the red. So let's pop this in here. I might decorate that top card. Well, Harmony, it helps when I worked all day today. So I know what I was doing for my book today because I worked a longish day and then I came home to all of you. And that's the way it went. So I just looked at this and I have some big wood pieces there. Okay, so then I think this will blend in nicely between the pieces here. And then with this, there's going to be a lot of stuff on here. And I don't really have, I have my photos kind of set up, and then I grabbed this ornament card for tomorrow when I was going through stuff last night. But I don't know that anything is going to actually turn out that way. We'll see. Okay, so let's pull this back out just because you will see that this book is so chunky and it makes me so happy. And then let's grab this so that I can do my very precise cutting here. Said very tongue-in-cheek. And then I can glue these together later once I get the journaling done, but this will be a quick, I think this will be something quick. And the hard way, you only know how to do things. Hey, that's okay. Sometimes you learn more that way, right? Okay. Ooh, and I just, you can tell I've come across something, or I thought of something. There is a radio in my sticker sheets. And I did a really bad job of trimming this equally. Hold on, this is where my actual trimmer will come in handy because, oh man, that's bad. Okay. I think I got it. So there's a radio. It's not on the big stick. Oh yeah, it is. There's a radio on the big sticker sheet. Oh, Harmony said it dawns on her halfway through that you could have done it easier. So on the big sticker sheet, the radio is red and green, but I'm just looking, and on the chipboard there is a blue one. Let's just look in here. Oh, and I should, let's see. Oh, it says my favorite season. I was going to see if it said there's a wonderful Christmas time, which is nice. Oh, what fun would be nice to bring some pink back down in here. Holiday cheer. There's no there's titles for songs, but not necessarily. I keep thinking that it says my favorite season. And then there's a green one as well. So it's going to sit like this. I should do that because that helps me understand that even better. And I can always pop something up if I like it. And then I do have that, I have the records too. You know, we had that record. And I actually still own records. My original records, by the way. So if I do this, I kind of like the idea of the blue. I feel like there's a, I don't know, like it feels a little unanchored. And this is pretty small. Noel holidays, none of that makes sense. Just thinking, can I use this? And I don't have to date this anywhere. There's no reason why I can't use December 2023 here because it's exactly what this is. Kind of like the idea of that perched up on there. Okay, I think that's going to be it. Is perch the radio up on the December 2023, like it's resting on it. Yeah, let's do this. Yay, I'm using one of these. And I don't know that I'm going to use any of these little titles there, but that's okay. Just the fact that I used one of these makes me happy. Okay, and I might move this record a little bit. Harmony, if you own a Rod Stewart record, that is a win. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that up a little bit. I like it. And kind of, I like this because this looks a little vintage and so does that Joy. Okay, so this makes me happy. And this is one of those where I just came on, I have time to play tonight, so I had no idea what I was going to do. And sometimes that's kind of fun. Okay, then the question now is, do I want to somehow connect this and this with something? I have a little green heart here. And I like that idea of that just popped in here. And these this isn't a daily thing here, so it doesn't have to be anything too tricky. There's no date on this. It's just documenting a piece of my season. I'm going to cover up those music notes just to get that on there. And then this, I can glue these two together because there's no journaling on this card here. Okay, tomorrow we get to celebrate Christmas with the grandkids. And I found we're going to do ham and cheesy potato casserole, which is basically like hash brown or O'Brien potatoes and a lot of cheese and sour cream. And then I'm doing dessert. And I wanted to do something simple, but something the kids would like. And we are... quite sure what I did, but this didn't cut quite right. I'm going to do brownie sundaes, so I'm going to make homemade, well, sort of homemade brownies from a box, but the Ghirardelli brownies from a box are fantastic. And then I found Kemp's is a local brand to us, and they have Cow Tracks ice cream, and it's like a caramel ice cream, and then there's the original was called Moose Tracks, and it had like it was a chocolate filled with caramel. Well, the Cow Tracks are little chocolate cows. I live in Wisconsin, remember, with caramel inside. And then I bought hot fudge and caramel toppings. I think the kids are going to think that is super fun. And my daughter-in-law said, that's going to be fun. So I think that'll be neat. Okay, I know my last thought is, do I want some enamel dots here? Or a little heart. I could add a little blue heart here. I have one here. Actually, I could even add it in the middle of that if I wanted to. or maybe just up on top there. That's what I'm going to do. This is chipboard. I could put it on the outside of the pocket, but this is pretty small. So I don't think this will give me a lot of problems with this falling out of the pocket. Okay. And then this one, I was going to glue these two together, but, oh wait, I guess I can. Yeah. Oh, and I am glad that I looked at this because this, oh, I thought the two cards weren't the right size. They are. Sometimes I don't glue them together because when I try to write, it can be a problem. Harmony wants to know because she's going to book her flight. If you get here early in the afternoon, you're golden. How about that? All things cows in Wisconsin. Cows, cheese, you know, foam cheese heads. You've all seen those silly things. I can tell you I have never worn one of those either. Okay. I really like the way this little pocket turned out. So there we go. And I need to get some of these, I need to get pictures taken. And maybe I'll do that tonight when I'm all done because I haven't updated Flickr in a while. I think I'm only out till day 15. I kind of, I got so busy. So here I have just a little bit of journaling about who this is from and how much I appreciate that. And so I'll do that and then get that on. Fairly simple tonight. And then when you turn this over, I think I actually like the way this looks over the top of this better than I do this next to it, but it's fine. I'm not going to worry that much about it. So let's pop those in the book. And then we're going to do one of my vellum pages tonight. I decided I have time. Let's do it. I don't really have a lot I have to do tonight, although one of my clients meant to bring me cookies and forgot them, and she felt so bad she stopped at a cake shop that's kind of on the way to where I work, and they make bundt cakes. They make full-size ones, but they also make ones that are about this big. So I'm going to be having a chocolate peppermint bundt cake tonight. Now I will tell you I probably will not be able to have the whole thing. I've had some chili for dinner and I will just be too full. Okay, so let's go back and I'm trying to remember where I really wanted this one. I think it was here that I thought this would be a good candidate to sort of calm down the difference between these, because this is pretty elegant and these are not. Harmony says the red eye. Let me know when you're coming in and I'll pick you up, okay? Just give me some warning because I've got some bacon to do and potatoes to make tomorrow, both of which are actually pretty easy. So yeah, I think that's where I wanted that for sure. I also think I thought this would be another good spot for another one, just because there's a lot going on here. Those pages where I have 4, yikes. Well, Harmony, if you come, I can buy you a whole one, or you know, little or big. It's not that far from where I live. I don't live that far from work. Okay, so I have a second one here, and I think I'm going to pop this right here. I don't know that we'll do this tonight. We'll see how long this goes, because I've been yammering at you for 37 minutes already. But yeah, and then I'll need to get another one in somewhere. I could go here to separate some of that out. And I think at this, or right here would be, actually, I can't do that because these are my Christmas Eve photos, but maybe here. My idea is I'm probably going to do 3 of these. So let's look at these pages first. So I'm going to bring these out because I will probably decorate these back to back. Yeah, I'm guessing that flight would be a little expensive tomorrow. So I've cut my piece of vellum to fit and I've punched holes. Once I decide what papers I'm using, this is a We Are Memory Keepers punch. And what it's for is for these circles. It punches it out of the paper with the hole right in it. it's really lovely. That was kind of a game changer for me because this will rip. You need something to do to reinforce that. So I often start this with some sort of doily. And I'm thinking these little ones might be too little, but sometimes that's what I end up with. I'm going to go grab and see what I have for bigger doilies. I think those are 4-inch. Then I have 6-inch. And I think not quite 6-inch. And I'm just doing white here. And the reason I like the doilies is it gives me a foundation and it gives you more of a block from page to page so you can see less through it, actually. So I'm going to try these smaller ones. I think I used to have, oh, this says 6-inch too. I used to have one that was 5.5, I think. But actually, I think that's going to work out really well. So I could use this or... So these are the Sunny Side Up Bakery ones. You get these at Hobby Lobby in the cake section. These are Wilton ones. And you used to get them at Michael's. I don't know that they have Wilton ones anymore there, though. But these I happen to find at Goodwill. And when I saw them, I bought them. Okay, so I'm just going to see what I like. So kind of light, filigree. And then there's that one. I'm thinking this. This feels a little, when I turn it to this side, not that, well, I was going to say not that I can't use that. Maybe I do like this one a little bit better. I see more of the design of the side in this versus this. So the first thing I'm going to do is take these, center them-ish. I'm gonna pull this apart here. Let's start with the front side. And I'm just going to put a couple pieces. The other reason I want these back to back is then you don't see the glue. And there is vellum glue that you can use too. Let me see. So if I do that, I think that's approximately about halfway. But also keeping in mind, and I can kind of look at this to see this, that part of this, where those holes are, is actually in the spine of the book. So it might help me a little bit more to do it this way to know, okay. I think I have it about, at least I have it about halfway here and here space-wise, and then I just want to make sure it's kind of in the middle here. So there's that one, and then, you know, if you want, you can pop little glue pieces to put this down, to hold this down a little bit more, which is what I'm going to do. This is the boring part about this whole thing. I don't know if it doesn't bother you that your doily edges are coming up fine. It will bother me eventually, I can guarantee you. Okay. Okay, ATG got a little caught there when I was trying to, sometimes it doesn't want to stick to vellum. There we go. Or when I'm trying to do just that little, if I don't release, it's not the ATG's, or the ATG's fault, it's user error. Okay, so that's good. So now we have foundation pieces for front and back, and blue, blue, blue. All that good stuff there. Just looking to see what can I do. I have a tree. Now is that helping though? Because this is very white and gold, and there's a really cool one that says Christmas Magic here. I may not like it though because it is all the colors. There's a joy though. Oh goodness, something stuck. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, this piece that I put back with glue on it. Really, that caused me a problem. Imagine that. Okay. So this is the piece I was going to look at to see. I like the size of this. I don't like that I've got these colors in because I was trying to avoid that and stick with more blues. So I have Joy. So that's nice. And let's just look and see. I mean, I also have like that, but I think again, I want to keep in mind that fa la 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 green. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Okay, I still like that. Oh, and I'm throwing stuff around. I still like the Joy a little bit more. Is that? Oh yes, it is that massive. This thing is. This is a child right here. So that's how big that is. This tree, you can be miles away and see the top of that. I can't remember how high it is, but it's stories high. Okay, like the Season of Magical Moments there. So kind of see, I'm going to see what I have here. We need more blue. The other thing I could do is go into some of my winter stuff and see if I have something that might work better. But yeah, that's that Enchant is the name of that show. And it does, there are locations all over the United States, and Milwaukee was one of them this year. Based on what I heard, a lot of people were there. We went fairly early in the season. So I kind of like this idea. I do have, okay, so there's a piece that says Holidays, a Season of Magical Memories. That could work as well. Let me grab my winter stuff. I should just grab those paper folders when I start, because I've been in them a lot recently. But let me see what I can find with some blue. Maybe some blue stickers. It's a lot of burr and that kind of stuff. I was hoping... This is another thing I'll do. Here's all the snowflakes I was looking for yesterday. Ooh. So there's some snowflakes in different colors. And look at this. I forgot I had these. Sometimes it pays to go digging. Those gold snowflakes could be really cool on this layout. Just looking to see what I have. I have some trees. Nothing in gold though. And this is Snow and Cocoa, which is probably one of my all-time favorite Christmas collections from Crate Paper. And it's old. I don't know that I have a date on here. Let me see. 2016. Let's see. There's lots of fun things that say things like, let's snuggle and watch the snowfall and that kind of stuff, which we were not doing. There is a little thing here that says skate rental, and there were skates. They have like a skating track here. Yeah, I remember that you loved Snow and Cocoa, Harmony. Yeah, it's such a beautiful, okay. So I don't know that I have anything here. Oh, there's a deer here though. could I make that work with some gold snowflakes? And then these are just sparkly ones. Don't like holidays. Joy might not be it. Okay, this is kind of a little off the wall, but this might work here. So I'm looking at this. So this is from Snow and Cocoa. And the reason I'm liking this is that it has the gold and the deer. So even though it's not a gold deer, it's got those elements. And then I have these snowflake stickers that I could add in. Just to kind of, just a couple here and there. Ooh, yes, yes. Okay, this is what we're doing. So it helps to dig into your old stash sometimes, right? That's why we keep it, right? Why we have so much, because sometimes you might need it. I actually think that's all I need to do. I'm going to, oops, glue this down because that chipboard is not staying. And then I need to do something about that. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. I'm going to bring that up here just a little bit. I want the rim of that mason jar up there. Because that needs to be reinforced. So I really, really love how that looks with this. I think it, so that to that. So do that again. That to this. You can still see what's under and all of that. And the color is still all there, but I think your focus goes here. Definitely. Okay. Yeah. Harmony said, yep, exactly. Because one day I'm going to need this. So then the other thing is this needs some sort of reinforcers. And I have some glitter paper that I'm not sure if this will work with that. Might though. I'm going to try the gold. Sometimes it's, although I also do have, I could just use that, or I could use the white glitter. These are just scraps that I have from the past, because this glitter, the gold that I have, is really thick. I don't think I have any of my really thin stuff left. I'm just looking to make sure I don't. Although, the other thing I have, sometimes it's a little bit of, let me see how thick these are. Is this the really thick stuff? So I have some glitter hearts and things. Just looking to see if it's any of the thinner glitter paper. I'm going to try it on something that I'm not going to ruin the whole sheet. So here's that punch. Here's the thing I don't like about this. I can't see. Yeah, there's no way that's punching that. Okay, that's why I wanted to try that before I ruin the gold sheet. So I can either use white, or I can use that gold here. This is one of those that I'm going to have to really push down on. There we go. Like, where is it? Okay, so This one really, sure, I love how that looks. Let me see if I got a better punch with this one. And the answer to that is I did not. It's creasing that, and it looks kind of funny. So let me see what happens if I use white, if that's any better. Hey, Krista. So there's, hard to see, there's the white glitter. And this is an Old American Crafts one. I think I'm going to do the white. I just think these don't look so great. I'm going to hold these up to my phone so you can really see them. See what happened is they got creased from the punch. So I don't love that. I have definitely used that gold foil paper in the punches before, but it just doesn't look so nice. I'm going to try my glue pen here. Oh, there we go. Just to put this around. So this will reinforce the hole from both sides, and then it won't tear in your book. Because I have years, I had done this before, but then it would almost always tear out. So when I saw that punch, I really literally bought it for this reason. Now, do I use it for other things? Plus, because like if you have a tag and you don't like the color of the reinforcer, that's what these are called, by the way, since I have not been using that proper term. The reinforcer, and you don't like the color of it, it's really super easy to change it using that punch then. So I'm going to do just a little bit of gluing here. As I said before, I don't like it when that lifts up too much. Especially in this particular case, because I really don't want it to do that. I really want it to get glued down on either side. Okay, so that's how that side looks. Now we have to come back and use that side. And this side we're not going to see it with. This is the side we're going to see this one with. So maybe this is where we do Christmas magic. I can either do that or I can do this gigantic tree. The one thing I'm concerned about now that I think about it is this going to be too heavy with two pieces of, it could be too heavy with two pieces of chipboard, but I could always go to that as well too and just do the joy. Not that tree though, because the colors aren't right. Oh, and if only you could see my scrap room, it's time to start throwing stuff on the floor. So I have this tree. I also have, well, I have a couple of different trees, but I have this tree as well. I'm liking the Christmas magic a little bit more. I really am concerned about how heavy that would be. Oh, heck. Life is short, right? I'm going to do it. And it's across from that, which I'm not sure that that was magical, because that was my story of how I didn't have a cookie on day 3, and then turns out the whole time it was there, it was just stuck. So I didn't realize it. Okay, so there's that, and then maybe, just trying to see, maybe a sticker or two. There's that one. Maybe both of those here. Actually, I think there's a red bow somewhere. There is. So I'm using the blue, but really there's a lot of red on that. So let's do that. Yeah, this floor is my favorite shelf. Mine too. I will clean up before I'm done tonight. Okay, simple. I think that's all I'm going to do on that. I think there's plenty going on there. So then that one sits like that. Now we need a tag reinforcer on that. And all I'm going to do is grab my paper pack. And what I'm going to do actually is I have some of this green. I'm just going to use that for this one. I think I'm pressing a lot harder than I need to. That's part of it. I don't feel secure because I can't really see this, like where that's going to sit. Yeah, I don't have to press anywhere near that hard. And then it's easy to see where the glue goes here because I've got that lovely scrap right there. And then this will echo the paper across, but the colors are going to be the same because it's all from the same collection. So that will be super easy. Okay. There we go. So now that's reinforced. It's heavy, but I think it's going to be okay. We'll put it in the book and we'll see. And this sits on my shelf. It's not like it's, you know, like it's that I'm using it every day or anything like that. Okay, so then this one goes here. And that goes there. Look how chunky my book is getting. It's starting to come out at me. That's okay. Okay, so look at how that looks now that you don't have all that distraction. I really like how that looks. And it's separated the two layouts that just didn't feel like they worked well together to me. And so lots of great colors here. And then this one here, you do see a little bit more of this one behind it. So I am getting much more red and green and all of that than I am the blues and stuff that sit behind here. But I don't want to change the pages. And what I really wanted to do here is just change a little bit of how that looked. I'm going to see if we can get another one of these on here somewhere. I feel like I'm missing like a little bit, and that's not going to want to tuck, and I'm a little afraid. Could I do this with 3? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. My hair is all over the place tonight. It's in everything. Okay, can I get that in there? This needs to tuck a little bit more. Still playing. Don't want to rip the doily here, or at least any more than I have to. Let me see now. Okay, there we go. I like the 3 better. It's that rule of 3, or rule of odd numbers. So there we go. All right, that makes me happy. So there is the page divider that for between these two between this page and then that page. I will glue those gold stars down a little, or gold snowflakes down a little bit. And that's Snow and Cocoa for those of you who missed it. So the gold snowflakes are as well. And then there's that page. And then I'm going to wait to do this one we'll let that sit in there, but I'm going to wait to do it just because I've been on for more than an hour and I can feel my voice starting to get a little bit rocky. I talked a lot today. So back here is tonight's pages. So just this story about the swag. And then because I had some blank space here, I decided to put in that holiday playlist card from this year's December, documented from Ellie Studio, with some of the pieces from, I mixed in some Ellie Studio, finally got one of those December 2023s on here, and some just kind of retro looking stuff. All right, you guys, so tomorrow, I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna work on my ornaments for this year. So, and I might need to change, I like this frosty ornament, but I think the color, there's purple in that, and I'm not sure that that's the color that I want to be seeing. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. I think, you know, maybe that's what it is, but we're going to go from there. And what I've done here is I popped in a journaling card that I think might work, and then just one of the ornament die cuts. I have ornaments both in my Ellie Studio die cuts, and I have a ton of ornaments in my Happy Holidays collection, and stickers and die cuts and all that kind of stuff. But this is just a reminder that I want to look for ornaments to use somewhere on this page. All right, you guys, that's it for tonight. Hope you guys are doing all well. Hope your progress is going great. And Melissa, I missed you until just now. I didn't see you come on. Sorry about that. But oh, and Harmony just, I missed a couple of things that you guys were saying as I was working on things. Harmony said she bought wrapping paper with joy all over it, written in shades of red and green. That would be a good reason to think of me, since we all know that that's my word. So, all right. So hello to Melissa, and you guys have a great rest of your evening. If you're going to be working on your books, I wish you success. I have a mess to clean up here. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.